What's up, guys? It's Coop C&T Designs again. I've got another build to go through today, which I mean, I've got builds to go through every day, but I'm going to go ahead and try to get this one covered today. So let's see. Let's go over here. Screen share. This time I'm going to remember to do it with sound, so hopefully my sound's not too loud, but we get to listen to some Eric July in the background. Alright, so let's get into this flaming hot dumpster fire of a bill. So this was introduced on 4/13 of 2021. And hold on to your butts, kids, because this is one of the most retarded bills I've seen in a while. Yeah, but I mean, it only gets worse. Okay. So this bill introduced 4/13/21. This is HR 2466. Now, I don't think this has a Senate companion, at least not the one I could find right away. So I'll have to look and make sure of that, if this does actually have a Senate companion. So this is to amend the Internal Revenue Code of 86 to include, get this, kids, armor-piercing, concealable weapons within the definition of firearm under the National Firearms Act and for other purposes. This bill has a bunch of co-sponsors. And what do you know? Yeah, they're all Democrats. If anybody is still out there saying Democrats don't want to take your guns, I recommend trying something that might get you squared away. Go to your kitchen. Open your cabinet door, wherever you keep your pots and pans. Find the heaviest pan you have, preferably cast iron, and beat yourself in the head with it until it causes unconsciousness or forces you to have a rational thought. I'm cool with either one. Alright, let's show this off real quick because this is our cut for this bill. This is our braced pistol. This is our protection right here. So, pretty cool little braced pistol. Got a can on it just for fun. But that's the plasma cut for this one. Alright, so let's start getting into this. It's all the typical idiots you'd see on bills like this. You know when Hank Johnson signing on the stuff, Mr. Hank Johnson of Georgia. Yeah, it's, you know, if the tip of his crown ever breaks and he can't color right away, he's gonna be screwed. Let me pull up the first part of this. I think it was this. It's 26. Okay. Or no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Because that was yeah, this is it, because they're changing a couple things in this bill. Okay, let me run back up here. So this is the first part of this that they changed. Now they cite this bill, the short title, as the Law Enforcement Protection Act of 2021, and we all know that, boy, Democrats are all about protecting law enforcement. So, this is in the 26 U.S. Code, and this is in the definitions. This also has to do with firearms. So, this is the definition of a firearm, the category of a firearm. Not, firearm as in something that just goes bang, bang, but the actual definition of a firearm. There is a definition for a firearm. Outside of an AOW, outside of a short barrel rifle, outside of a short barrel pistol, there is the definition for a firearm. So this one comes down here and it adds in an armor-piercing concealable weapon into this list of definitions. Then they come down here. Let's see. Yada, 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 da, 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 da. And they define what this armor-piercing concealable weapon is. It's basically, any pistol. AR pistol, AK pistol, any pistol. Um, and this is going to make y'all's head hurt. So, armor piercing concealable weapon. The term armor piercing concealable weapon means any weapon or device capable of being concealed on the person and from which can be discharged through the energy of an explosive any of the following rounds of ammunition: 450 Bushmaster, 5.56, including 5.56 by 45 and 223 Remington. I guess no one ever told them about 5.45. Please, God, nobody tell them. 7.62, including 7.62 by 39, 308 Winchester, 7.62 NATO, 7.62 by 51 NATO, 30 carbine, 7.62 by 33, or 300 AAC Blackout. 50 BMG. I don't know who is making so-called concealable 50 BMG pistols. Yeah. And for you 5.7 fans out there, they want to ban 5.7. Any caliber that could be made into a pistol, like your AK pistols, AR pistols, anything like that, any caliber that they can make in that platform that will go through soft body armor, they want to ban. The caliber itself and the gun, but they want to go after the caliber itself. Told you this one's insane. Let's see. Now, not only those calibers, let's get down to this part, and this will prove what I'm saying here. Any other round determined by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives to be capable of, when fired by such a weapon or device, penetrating standard body armor worn by law enforcement officers. Your standard body armor worn by law enforcement officers is soft body armor. It will generally only stop pistol caliber rounds. So think of any round that can penetrate soft body armor that you could possibly make into a platform like an AR pistol or AK pistol or any number of different pistols. And they want to ban that. These people are high on their own supply. I don't know what that supply is. Apparently it's some really good shit, because that's the only way that you could get this damn stupid. So, getting into the conforming amendments. So they get into 921. And they make a couple edits through to 921. The biggest one they stick down here at the bottom, which is the term armor piercing concealable weapon has the meaning given such term in section 5845N of the National Firearms Act, which is what we just looked at. All right, then they get down here, they get into 922. So this is the crimes. Switch over to 922. Let's see, what was, I think this was the first one. So basically, it shall be unlawful is the heading for this one. So it shall be unlawful for any person other than a licensed importer, licensed manufacturer, licensed dealer, licensed collector to transport in interstate or foreign commerce. We all know how much I love that term. Any destructive device, machine gun as defined in section 5845 of the Internal Revenue Code, short-barreled shotgun, short-barreled rifle, or armor-piercing concealable weapon. Yeah. So let's see. Then they come down here into A4 and B4, and what they do is they basically strike short-barreled rifle, and then they stick in short-barreled rifle and armor-piercing concealable weapon. And then they come over here to 924C. Let me pull up 924. These are the penalties. So, let's see. That was another one. So we need to run up here real fast, I think. Or no, this was it. This was the first edit. So there were two things in here that they were looking at. One was it would be a 5-year penalty plus fine just to have this short barrel, concealable, all impregnating, shoot around corners, kill 5 nuns, concealable weapon. The other would be if you were committing some crime and had one of these on you. Okay, if you just had the gun, it's going to be 5 years, up to 5 years with fines. If you were said to be committing another crime and you have possession of one of these, then it is no less than 10 years. So 5 years and fines just for having, and no less than 10 years plus fines if you were committing another crime when you had one of these. Now, granted, with these people, that other crime could be any damn thing. Have a bag of weed on you, have one of these, 10 years. Have too much alcohol in your system, you are drunk driving, that could be considered a violent deal, 10 years. It's straight insanity. They want to go after all these different calibers. It's just, I don't know. I know some of you guys are awake. Some of you guys are like me. You actually want to pay attention to this stuff and see what these jackasses are doing. Other people that are still asleep, well, you're probably not watching my videos anyways. So, you probably will never hear my advice about beating yourself about the head and face with a frying pan, although you really need to. So anyway, that's this one, kids. Pretty sure that was pretty much the end. Nope. Hold on, we still had a couple more things to run through. I forgot. The amendments made by this section shall take effect on the date of enactment of this bill. So as soon as this bill went into enactment or went into effect, all of this would be in effect. So you could literally be driving with your AR pistol and never even get out of your car within minutes and be a felon. It's that's the way this shit runs. So, application to possession on date of enactment. Notwithstanding paragraph 1, any person on the date of enactment of this act possessing a device described in 5845 of the Internal Revenue Code shall not later than the end of the 18th month beginning after the date of enactment of this act register such weapon or device with the Secretary of the Treasury and include with such registration the information required under section 5841 of such code. Such registration shall become part of the National Firearms Registration and Transfer Record required to be maintained by such section. So yeah, you would have to have tax stamps on all this shit. If you don't have the tax stamps, you're a felon. Use of National Firearms Act taxes. Part 1 of Subchapter B, Internal Revenue Code amended by redesignating 5849 as Section 5850 and inserting Section 5847, the following new section. Oh, damn it, I didn't do the edit on that one, but we'll look at it real quick. The use of taxes to carry out the purpose of this chapter and to supplement appropriations otherwise made available for such purpose. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives may spend the amounts collected under this subchapter A for fiscal years 2021 and thereafter. So it's more funding for them. We'll make you felons, and we're going to collect more money for doing so. tell me how I'm crazy for thinking these people are absolute little tyrannical wannabe dictators. Alright, for that one I'm done, kids. Y'all be cool. I may film another one here in just a little bit, just so I can try to stay somewhat on top of this stuff. And we'll catch you after a while. Later.